My name is Martha Hall. I reside in Winter Park. I have two homes, one in Winter Park and one in Maitland. So I have a dual resident. But I love the city of Winter Park, the city of homes and trees, and I have seen an awful lot that has been accomplished. And also I have seen a lot of heartbreak in the city from the residents, especially for the seniors and many people that own property, and the way they lost it was heartbreaking. So there was a program developed called the Bridge Builders. It was to bridge the gap between the west and the south side. I mean the west and the east. And that worked pretty well. Churches and communities came together. A lot of things that the residents on the west side voiced did not really take place. Some way the city did not recognize, and the people just got tired of coming to council meetings, coming to charrettes and speaking out because things were not done to their liking. No, it's not ongoing. I do believe it started in the late 80s and went through the 90s, and we would meet many times at Mount Moriah Baptist Church, and it was with the Caucasians on the east side and the Afro-Americans on the west side, and it was basically ministers coming together to bridge the gap. They cared a lot about the homes and the families, and the way the property was being taken, and because it was really tearing up the community, because some of the prominent citizens lost out in many ways. There were businesses, there were Afro-American businesses all along here, the rooming houses, the barber shop, and also I think it was called the Big C Bar, which I'm happy that was no longer there, because a lot of people get drunk and fight and carry on. But other than that, it was a neighborhood with people that loved one another. Everyone knew one another, and when they start losing the homes, it just tore the community up. You don't have many Afro-American businesses, which before you did, so you don't have that anymore. The park is not used like I would like to see it used, because I was on the board when we got benches and tables out here in order for the people to sit, but they don't come and play the cards like they did before. So I would like to see them use the park more, because it is a community effort to make sure that something nice was on the west side that families could come and enjoy. I'm happy that they did build a pool, wherein before they said they were not going to build a pool. That's why they have the water park there. But I'm happy to see that it's a pool. I do hope that the young people will take advantage of the pool so that the children can learn how to swim, and just frequent the community, walk in the community just to see. It looks a sight better, because they have come in with new buildings, and I guess you call that gentrification. It has displaced many people, and the ones who lost their homes, the children are not able to come back and buy, because the property is so, taxes and everything is so high in Winter Park that it's difficult for people to come back and settle in Winter Park again. If they qualify for the Habitat, which I love Habitat,
yes,
it's a great focus idea that people can buy homes through Habitat. If they qualify through Habitat, which Habitat has built nice homes on the west side. Also, they have the land trust homes. They have other homes that the city sponsored. Those homes are nice homes. They replaced the older homes, the frame houses that were there. So I think once you qualify for the homes, then you will be able to afford it. And they will have all the conveniences that they didn't have before. So I'm pleased with the Habitat houses. I'm pleased with the affordable houses. The city had homes here that were built, which were called affordable houses. And but the commercial buildings, and most of all, the parking lots that are in residential communities, I think that is awful. You don't go anywhere you can't go on the east side and you don't go on the south side and on the north side and see parking lots within a residential community. And also the city promised that it would not be encroachment in the residential area. And so they broke that promise because there's an awful lot of encroachment into the residential communities. There's an awful lot of parking lots in communities that replace homes and businesses. So I would like for the city to come and keep the west side. The trees look like on park. Look how nice these trees are cut on New England. You go over on Lyman, you go on Virginia, Comstock, and look at the trees in this neighborhood. They are not maintained.
Okay.
And I think they should be maintained like all of the residents. And stop spot picking. Treat all of the citizens as one, because we are taxpayers. And we have been here to see this city grow, and we have helped this city to grow. So I wish that the city will consider doing the same on the west side for maintenance, as they do in other parts of the city. People wanted homes. They wanted homes. And, a lot of places where the commercial buildings, maybe homes could have remained, rebuilt homes like they did with the Habitat houses, the affordable houses. And businesses that people could be able to maintain and have a clientele.
Okay.
I only see there are only two Afro-American businesses, and there's the barber shop and the beauty shop. Those are the only two that I am aware of that is on the west side. I like this park better. I really like this park better. It's more conducive. It's family friendly. And but you see, I don't speak for the west side. I'm just speaking for what I feel. But if I had children, I would love this park, because when my children were younger, we had to walk on Park Avenue, and I took them on Park Avenue to the park down Central Park, and it was a nice park. We didn't have a nice place like this to attend. Well, it is important because Martin Luther King did not just do for black people. He worked for all people, for jobs, employment, to rid racism and discrimination, make sure that there is a fair market. And it was Reverend Croy that, I think it was in the 90s, that went before the city to ask the city to please honor Martin Luther King's holiday. And the next year, it was honored. I was on that. I came to several meetings with the naming of Martin Luther, at least designating something for Martin Luther King. And we thought about Pennsylvania Avenue and also the park here, because this is where the main event was for all of the black businesses and everything. But and the next place we said Island Estate, because there's a park there, soccer ball, there was a pool there. Believe it or not, my husband's first house was on Lake Island Estate until the city came in, and he mentioned he did not know what eminent domain was until the city came in, and in a sense, it's like a force you to move. So that was a nice area, and you have the soccer ball, everything is there. it is a large area. In fact, it's larger than Shady Park. So, I'm happy that the city honored Dr. King having a park on Lake Island Estate. No, but Winter Park is a beautiful place to live. It's a beautiful place to live.
Okay.
And they have a lovely college. I love Rollins. I graduated from Rollins in '84, so I really love it. I just hope things just continue to grow to make Winter Park an inclusive city where we can all live and get along because we are all one. And once man realizes that we are all one, then and only then will we be able to work together and in peace and harmony.